Good morning everyone and welcome to Sunday. I am starting the vlog on the go because I am needing to catch a train because today I'm heading into Glasgow, properly into Glasgow Central. Like, I obviously live in a very small village about 30 minutes outside of Glasgow. So we're heading in today and I'm excited because I actually haven't gone into Glasgow city centre in like a good 6 years, I want to say. I'm meeting my friend Dana. We actually met in Orlando. Very random story. So we ended up booking pretty much the same holiday. We booked the same hotel, everything. We met on the transport to the hotel. She was there with her mum, I was there with my mum, and we just got chatting, and then we saw each other like all throughout the holiday on the buses and stuff and at the hotel, and yeah, we just kept in touch. We met up in Edinburgh. If you're interested in the Edinburgh vlogs, then they are in the description. And if you've never clicked on one of my videos before, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Hazel. Lovely to have you here. I'm a Scottish fantasy author. Hang on, there's a car. I'm a Scottish fantasy author who lives in the Netherlands with my Dutch husband, and I make vlogs about books, travel and lifestyle. More cars. Excited to take you along today. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do, because it helps YouTube send my videos and my channel out to more people who might like the same things, and I would appreciate it. To get this train in and out of uni every single day. This used to be my commute. So it'd be a 30-minute train into Glasgow Central, and then it would be the subway from Buchanan Street to Hillhead, which is actually what we're doing today. So we're stopping for a coffee in Central, and then we're gonna go into Glasgow Uni. So I'm basically gonna take you guys a little bit down memory lane. Now, this was a while ago. It's currently 2024 and I graduated from university in 2014, so it has been a good 10 years. But I'm actually kind of excited. I'm just hoping that the weather stays good and it's not going to be pouring with rain. I mean, I wouldn't say the weather's good right now. It's very cloudy and overcast, but as long as it stays dry, I don't care. Made it into town and I have about 10 minutes until I need to meet my friend, so I'm actually just quickly going around and like getting some content for Instagram and stuff. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with the lore surrounding the Duke of Wellington statue in Glasgow city centre. So basically he has a traffic cone on his head because drunken Glaswegians, like every Friday, Saturday night, would find a traffic cone and would go and climb up on the statue and put it on his head. And the police spent so much time and money and hours getting the cone down every single week that eventually they just gave up and just let it sit there. But I can also see down into George Square, and there's another statue of a different person. I don't know who it is. This is the Duke of Wellington. This is the one that started it all. But I think Glaswegians have started putting traffic cones on all of the statues now. There's a little fun fact for you. I don't have many, but that is one. There we go, statue in all of his glory, and this is the Gallery of Modern Art. This one is not free. There are actually a lot of galleries in Glasgow and Scotland in general that are free to enter. We're actually going to one today. We're going to the Kelvingrove Art Galleries, which is in the West End. So this is George Square. It's literally just across the street, and you can see the other statue that now has a cone on its head as well. Do not ask me what any of these buildings are, because I actually don't know. I think these are the council buildings, I want to say. But they do often at Christmas time do like a really nice kind of Christmas market with an ice rink, etc. here, and the lights It's like a thing if you're from Glasgow to come and see the lights switch on in George Square. There's usually a Ferris wheel. It's a whole thing. But it's nice. One thing I definitely didn't do enough when I was living here, although I think like 10 years ago it definitely wasn't a thing, but like romanticize your life a little bit more. Like I went to Glasgow Uni. That place is the easiest to romanticize in the world. It literally looks like Hogwarts. And I feel like I would have enjoyed life so much more back then if I'd actually kind of taken the time to take it in and realize how lucky I was, because I definitely did not realize how lucky I was to live like in Glasgow. Like I think if you live here you're just immediately like, oh, it's a shithole. And then, I mean, it obviously has its areas that are a bit shitholey. I think that goes for literally anywhere in the world, but I definitely should have appreciated it a little bit more, because yeah, this sort of stuff, gorgeous. I've walked up to Queen Street Station because I believe the cafe I am meeting Dana at is just up and around the corner. I've never been, but TikTok told me it was great, because obviously I'm not exactly up on the Glasgow recommendations at the moment since I haven't lived here in so long. So I hope it's good and I hope I can find it. Here we go. This is the place. I have met up with Dana. Hello. Here she is. We just had a lovely coffee. That coffee was so good.
It was really nice.
It was really nice coffee. TikTok did me a solid there.
Much better than
I was like, oh yeah, it was delicious. So we are hopping on the subway and we're heading to Kelvingrove because we're going to go to the Kelvingrove Art Gallery because it's free.
I'm excited.
It's free to have a little... I know, she's never been to the uni. We are going to the uni. See if I can remember my way around. This, it did not look like this. This is all brand new. What is happening? This isn't Glasgow. Like this is shiny. Yeah, it's clean. Like what is this? So this is, oh, Dana's just like, I'm in the way. This is Kelvingrove Art Galleries. They also did like a big renovation not that long ago. It was closed for a little while. My mum used to bring me here all the time when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, but like all the buildings around here are so pretty. But yeah, it is free to get in. They do ask for a donation. But I don't think we're going to be staying particularly long. Just have a little mooch. Look at that organ. It's so massive. Oh my god. Look at this door. Like people don't make doors like this anymore. Like look at that. Have I just got really old that now I'm like, look at this door. Okay, heading up to the galleries. Museum behind. We are heading up through Kelvingrove Park to the university and we're having a nice little chinwag. Yes. It's really peaceful in here, I like it.
It's really
the river. That's the River Kelvin, I know that.
Much.
You know how I know that? The sign told me. I did not come bearing that knowledge.
Oh my god, there is a squirrel.
Where? Oh, there is. I see him. He's hiding. Okay, we've made it to the main building. Want to see where I sat on my exams? I'm pretty sure it was in like here somewhere that I sat my exams. Oh, there's a car. Oh dear. Out the way. Out the way. Well, welcome to Hogwarts, everyone. This is the Hogwarts building. This is the main building. And you've got some of the other buildings up here are also really like old and nice. But I was telling Dana that I chose to study a science degree.
The wrong one.
Which means I was like down the hill in the Boydor, which is known to be like literally the ugliest building on campus. Like it has all the labs and stuff in it. It was built,
is what you need.
Yeah, like it was not aesthetic at all. Okay, coming into the quadrangle now. Yeah, I absolutely took all of this for granted when I studied here. I mean, I was almost never up at this building, but still. And now to the cloisters. This is where everyone takes their photos because of all the archways. It is very pretty though. It is very pretty. Oh, I think you can actually go up to the room. Dana is in love. Dana is like, I want to go back to uni just so I can study here. And like, I'm telling you right now, it is not as it's not all just this building from my lived experience as a student of the University of Glasgow. But yeah, the only time I would come up here was to sit exams. And I'm not sure that I see that the door's open and the stairs are open. We might be able to see the hall that's above here. And I sat quite a few exams in that hall, and it was very distracting because it's a very, very beautiful room. But yeah, it is a gorgeous university. It's a gorgeous part of Glasgow. I would always say if anyone is visiting Glasgow to visit the uni for this reason. Okay, so yeah, I think the last time I queued on these stairs was to sit my final exams. But it is gorgeous. Like even the floor, the doors, everything. You love a good door. You do love a door. They don't make doors like this anymore. I think I already said that in this vlog. But even the staircase, it's so pretty. Yeah, so it was in those doors that I sat some exams. And unfortunately it's closed because that room is gorgeous. But the Hunterian Museum is open and it's free entry. But yeah, this is, I wonder if you can see through the keyhole. You can kind of see through the crack. Like a little bit, tiny bit. Can't see much. You can kind of see the stained glass window. It's very, very beautiful. Yeah. And here is through the other side. So there's the east and the west quadrangle, and I'm not sure which one this is. Could be east, could be west, is one of them, obviously. So Dana's just like, that's a nice door.
That's a nice.
I like that door. I love that all of these lampposts look like Narnia.
That's what I was saying.
I love it.
I was like, between the doors and the lampposts,
Right.
I am in heaven.
I'm like, where are we? Are we in a book? I know. So Dana made a good point. She was like, which knob do I have to touch? Like, which door do I need to go through? Which
Like, how am I getting
archway?
to Narnia?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how are we entering whatever mythical world? Maybe it's a new one.
It's a story untold.
It's exactly. Oh, don't fall.
Maybe that was the way. You trip, you fall into it.
Yeah. So we've come down. I don't know if you want to look in the shop. No. So we came through the back of the main building via Kelvingrove Park, and now we're coming out the front of the main building, which is onto the university campus house of the main building. That's the round reading room. I used to do a lot of studying in there.
I love that name.
Yeah, it's not, it sounds like it's going to be really cozy on the inside, but it's not. It's like really modern on the inside. The library's just beside it. And then more of the university buildings are down this way, but I'm trying to remember which way's like the most aesthetic pathway. Probably that way, because it's not on the main road. But I don't know if you want to see just a couple of Like over here you'll get a nice picture of the main building from that side. It's annoying that the sun is like right there, but there's the main building. It's a nice little view. There we go. Spent more hours than I care to count in that building. Not nearly as pretty as the main building. And just for memory's sake, I want to see if the Fraser building still is the same, because we used to study in the library and then come out and grab lunch in the Fraser building. So we are walking down through University Gardens towards Ashton Lane, and again, like, I don't know if it's because I've lived in the Netherlands, but I just take buildings like even like this for granted. Like, I think the Gaelic, yeah, that's the Gaelic building. The Gaelic language studies building is in there. And yeah, all these roses are really pretty. They're nice. Yeah, this is, if you'd studied English Lit, you'd be in there. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the boy door. This was my university building. Not quite the same.
If we had to choose.
Not quite the same. This is where I spent every fucking day. My morning lectures were in the lecture halls at the bottom and my afternoon labs were right at the top. Delightful. At least it was close to the subway station. So this is Ashton Lane. It's basically loads of different like bars and restaurants. You've also got the Grosvenor picture theatre, well, cinema, but it's tiny. It's tiny in there. Very quaint. Obviously it's a Sunday, so it's not that busy. But yeah, you can imagine what this is like in the evenings. But it's really pretty with all the lights when they're on. Okay, we need sustenance in the form of a Greggs.
This is becoming a tradition now.
I know it is, I know. I do love a Greggs. So I got a steak bake and a sausage roll, and this one's on the vegan sausage roll.
So good. I love the taste of it. Sorry.
Like old police cars. That's cool. Some sort of like, not really an exhibition I suppose, but just like a little display. Okay, so at the top of Buchanan Street, so this is the Royal Concert Hall. Did you know that I used to be in the choir?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we won the, I think it was it Glasgow, was it Scotland National Choir Competition? Oh my God. In here?
Mm-hmm. What have you not done?
Yep, 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. Choir champion.
I was in high school choir. I never went that far.
You were in high school choir too?
Yeah.
Oh, little choir girls.
Only
Did you go to Catholic school?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. They needed us for mass.
They really did.
Yeah, so they really pushed choir. They're like, we need someone to sing at mass.
Yeah, well, because I did advanced higher music as well. They were like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be in choir right now. I did voice.
Advanced higher music?
Yeah.
I did higher.
I did higher than advanced, and I'm still mad about it. Like 10 years on. More than that. Wait, I don't know. And 2 marks off an 8. And I know the question, and it was Pink Floyd's Money at the start of that with all like the bank sounds and the kids laughing. The concept is musique concrète, and I did not put musique concrète, and it was a 2-mark question that was let me down.
Oh no.
Please bleep that bit out.
Do you know
still mad, still salty to it.
Do you know why I chose to do advanced higher geography?
Why?
Because I was really attracted to the teacher. He's stunning. Like even now, I think I know where he works as well. So, my friend Paul, we've stayed best friends. We went to nursery school and everything together. And he went to high school with me, obviously. And he also shared a love of said teacher. But now Paul is a teacher. So he knows Mr. O'Neill, if you're watching. He is now the headmaster at St. Ninian's.
Went there.
He has a wife, he has a million kids. They're like sickeningly in love. Good for her. But yeah, I was obsessed. Obsessed. He had the loveliest hands.
Oh,
like he just had really lovely.
There's something about hands and arms on a guy that you're like.
And he always wore a shirt because he was a teacher as well. But I'm yelling. For anyone who wants to know the vibe of said teacher, Matthew McFadden as Mr. Darcy. Those were the vibes. Those were the vibes that he was giving.
And the hands.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but I was weak. I was weak for him.
I think you were strong for not doing anything about it.
And I was the only student in his advanced higher class.
Oh really?
No one else chose advanced higher geography, and I got the best mark in all of the west of Scotland. I know, and he was so proud. He was so proud.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was my high school crush. So they're doing some work on Sucky Hall Street, clearly, but Waterstones is just up here. And I think we're gonna have a little browse and a little coffee.
Well, we did find gift cards.
Dana did find a gift card. She found a £35 Waterstones gift card. That is like Christmas, honestly. Let's go. Look at all the pretty paperbacks. Paperbacks? Hardbacks. I needed coffee. So I had a conversation with the manager about an event, and she's like, oh my god, it would do so well. We have a romantasy book club.
I heard you switch with a fantasy book club, and I was like trying not to eavesdrop, but also trying to eavesdrop. And she was saying, we've got events booked for February, so maybe let's put it in. And I was like, oh, and then I was like, I better walk away and get this.
I know, so I'll be emailing my publisher when I go home. I'm like, hey, let's get it in the diary, shall we? And I also made a little joke about like, Scotland isn't just Edinburgh. And they were like, no, it needs to be in Glasgow as well. This is fantasy. It has all changed. I just put Esme's book. I grabbed my friend Esme's book and put it up here. And the Waterstones books, I could see Dana's eye twitching. She was like, that's not how you do it. So explain, how do you do it?
If you're going to do something that's
No, but how is the table set?
pyramid. So
Right.
It's actually a really bad pyramid because these two should pretty much be the same height because there's like 4 bricks on this side, 4 bricks on that side.
Well, maybe someone's bought it.
If you pour glasses of water, you imagine the water, or like pour glasses of sand, you imagine like the sand.
Right. Sand.
Pyramid.
Very fitting.
I know. So because of this, like, the tables don't typically get topped up on the weekends because it's too busy.
Right.
And if they do, it'll pretty much always be.
Well, now in the future, I will stick to the pyramid. So you've taught me something.
And then we're just gonna put Mr. Matheson back because people know his name.
Yeah. Esme can remain on the science fiction table. Here you go, Esme. Well done.
Alphabetical A to Z by last.
I really want to start reading Robin Hobb, but there's just so many of the books.
I've got the first trilogy, the first year trilogy. I'm scared.
I said the same about Brandon Sanderson as well. I'm less intimidated by these ones for some reason, but I have the Mistborn trilogy that I really need to read.
I've only got the first one, Final Empire.
Next year, guys. Next year. Now made it home, and I am gonna end the vlog here, but I had such a lovely time with Dana in Glasgow. It almost felt like taking a walk down memory lane because, you know, that was my commute to university, was getting the train into Central, walking from Central to Buchanan Street, or getting the subway to Hillhead and going to uni, and just walking through the buildings and seeing it all. Like, it was 10 years ago, but it definitely feels like it was another lifetime. Like, I am a completely different person. Like, the Hazel who went to uni there 10 years ago is not the Hazel that I am now. But it was lovely to go back. The weather stayed amazing. Like, it was supposed to rain today and we didn't have a single drop of rain, and we even had some sun and blue skies, which was just lovely. Dana loved the uni. It was nice also to go into Kelvingrove art galleries. I would highly recommend it. Like I said before, it is free to enter, but they do ask for a donation, so whatever you're able to give is great, because I think they get subsidized by the government, but they do also rely on donations. The coffee that we had at cafeteria was chef's kiss. Lovely coffee. Like, it's the most small, unassuming, like, cafe front outside of Queen Street Station, but the inside is really nice, and obviously we sat upstairs and had coffee. We just had a Greg's for lunch because I'll never say no to a Greg's when I'm home. And we also went into Waterstones on Sucky Hall Street, and it's quite funny because they had the cafe level set up for like an author talk, and I was just kind of sitting there like, next year. And I did talk to the manager, and she did say that she would love to have me and A Fate Forged in Fire and my book. And for anyone watching this who is interested in my books or any of the links, I will leave all of the links in the description. And if you want me to come to a store near you, then all you have to do is get in touch with that store or get in touch with my publisher and pester them. That's really the best way to show places that there's interest, is just pester them. So things like book boxes or special editions or anything, if you just bombard their social medias with like, are you doing a special edition of A Fate Forged in Fire, it's more likely that it's gonna happen, because it's all to do with profit and the bottom line. So if they see that readers are interested and readers want to buy things, that's when they're more likely to be like, oh, we're gonna invest to do an edition. As of the current moment, there are no plans for special editions for A Fate Forged in Fire. I am really crossing my fingers for a Waterstones special edition at the very least. So again, a way that you can make that happen is by pre-ordering through Waterstones. The link is below. So yeah, you guys know where to go. But I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. I'm not really sure how much I filmed. I hope I got some decent content because I'm only filming over one day today. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing Glasgow. If you have any comments about places to go or other recommendations, please leave them in the comments and I will do my best to reply to them. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and I will see you guys next week.